There are many SCP games found on Roblox, but what is the truth about them? What even is the first SCP ever discovered? There's a lot of creepy ones out there, some even based on real life, like this first one here, SCP-3166, which a lot of people call Gorefield. John, I can smell you. Did he just say, John, I require lasagna? Yeah, so SCP-3166 is literally a monstrous version of Garfield. But yeah, according to the official SCP documents, it is known to manifest when the Garfield media is performing poorly in terms of public reception. So yeah, when the views of Garfield are doing bad, this creature ends up spawning in and starts attacking people. Yeah, and even in the documents, it has known targets of SCP-3166. So it's attacked people involved in rival media of Garfield. It's attacked past employees of the Garfield comic strip, people who've done parodies of Garfield, people who criticized Garfield, and then even attacking the creator, Jim Davis. But yeah, when Garfield attacks people, he actually force feeds people lasagna, which funny enough, in the event that this creature does manifest, agents are actually supplied with frozen lasagna to lure SCP-3166 away from its target. So yeah, this creature does get lured away with lasagna, just like the actual Garfield. So yeah, in the SCP world, the literal SCP Foundation is actively monitoring the whole Garfield franchise, making sure that they're never doing poorly. Otherwise, this thing will manifest and possibly destroy all of humanity. But now, what about SCP-087 the STAIRWELL? So I will say, this is one of the more creepier SCPs on here, but the stairwell actually occurred in a college campus building where it was disguised as a janitor's closet. But once you entered this janitor's closet, you'd realize it was just a long dark stairwell that would pretty much go on for eternity. And so yeah, the SCP Foundation have actually sent people down the stairwell. Yeah, they would send D-class members, and they've sent them on different expeditions, and they'd say at some point that they'd be able to hear people crying, but they'd never find anything. But upon further exploring, the D-class members would just, oh jeez, what the heck is that thing? No, there was a face right there. Oh! Get away. Stop. Oh! Stop. That thing just broke. Yeah, it's also said that anybody who's ventured down the stairwell never actually returned. Anybody down here? Oh no, yeah, that's the crying from earlier. Yeah, so people often report about hearing a distressed cry from like down below. Again, they never found out the source of it all, but there's also been reports of like, oh, what was that? Oh no, my character's panicking now. Yeah, so the further down you go, the more spookier things get. Yeah, and people often also... Yeah, I was gonna say that face. People often see that face right there. It's a face with like no mouth, pupils, or nostrils. It just kind of appears there just watching you. And people who stare at it for too long... Oh! What was that? Was that like a grenade or something? Oh no, those the cries again. Oh! No, what the heck is that thing? Shine light? What? Oh, there's like more to this game. There's like some claw marks here too. Oh, what? I'm hearing way too many creepy noises here. What was that? The lower a person goes down the stairwell, the more paranoid and the more hallucinations they start to develop. Yeah, there's like one other person in this game with me, and all they did was write help. I haven't heard from them afterwards. Oh! No, get away! Yeah, this is the 087 documentation right here. You can actually see the image of the staircase, and if you look closely, there's the exact same face from the game as well. Yeah, it's just straight up staring at the camera, just watching and waiting. Yeah, the SCP Foundation has yet to figure out what exactly is down below, or if it's literally just an infinite staircase, because every time they send a D-class member in there, they just end up disappearing. Which, by the way, what exactly is a D-class personnel? I've talked about it a lot, but I never actually explained what exactly they were. But the D-class personnel are actually unwilling recruits, which can range from being civilians or even inmates, usually those in death row. And the SCP Foundation typically promises the D-class members freedom if they're to help out with the experimentations, but little do they know that there's a high risk to the SCPs they're dealing with. Yeah, you know what the D in D-class stands for? Disposable. Yeah, the SCP Foundation has a lot of creepy secrets, like SCP-001, which we'll get to in a little bit. But before that, we need to talk about SCP-093, the Red Sea object. Yeah, so I know there's a giant humanoid monster chasing after me. This is only part of SCP-093. Yet, so SCP-093 is actually this red disc that the scientist is holding, which I actually have in my hands right now. But yeah, with this red disc, it may seem normal at first, but when you hold it in front of a mirror, a portal ends up opening. This portal leads to a desolate alternate world, which is very similar to Earth, but is twisted and ruined. Wait, this thing can climb over the buildings? Oh heck nah. No, get away, get away. Yeah, pretty much this entire world has been abandoned, almost like it went through an apocalyptic setting or something. Some people from the SCP Foundation believe that this could be Earth, but from the future, and we had to prevent it from happening. And yeah, one of the biggest things about this disc is this giant monstrosity that can be found roaming around attacking survivors. Now, before we talk about SCP-001, I want to talk about one of his children, SCP-999, otherwise known as the Tickle Monster. Dude, look how cute he is. Yeah, he's just like chasing me around and he's so happy. Yeah, this little orange blob thing is SCP-999, who's actually one of the safest SCPs that can actually freely roam around the facility should it desire to. Yeah, he's just kind of like this translucent looking orange slime, and people describe SCP-999 as like a playful dog-like creature. Yet simply touching SCP-999 will give an immediate mild euphoria, meaning that it'll make the person very happy, which only intensifies the longer a person is exposed to SCP-999. Yeah, it got its name as the Tickle Monster because it loves to tickle wrestle, which, you know, just makes the person laugh and be even more happy. Yeah, again, this creature never attempts to harm anybody or anything. It is incredibly safe and will often interact with everybody. And it even has a special interest in those who are unhappy or hurt in any way. Yet the SCP Foundation even did a cross-experimentation by putting the Tickle Monster in front of SCP-682, aka the hard to destroy reptile, who yeah, pretty much tried to kill SCP-999, but it ended up not working.
Are you seeing this?
Yeah, this was like the only time that SCP-682 was found laughing and actually happy. Though I will say, after this experimentation, SCP-682 did end up escaping. SCP-001. That's right, it's time to reveal the truth of it all. What is the first SCP? Like literally on the document file, it even says top secret. Scrolling down may result in death. SCP-001 when day breaks. It's an event that occurred in which 6.8 billion people ended up dying. And it all occurred as soon as they stepped into the sunlight or moonlight, because upon doing so, they would dissolve into unrecognizable creatures with one purpose: to expose survivors to the light as well. Learn to embrace the darkness. Fear the light. Yet, so imagine waking up one day, watching TV, and this pops up.
Do not go outside. Do not come into contact with sunlight or moonlight. Do not acknowledge the voice of any friend or family member until you can visually confirm their identity. 30 hours ago, the sun underwent a significant anomalous event. Its light is now a red color, and causes any who touch it to liquefy and transform into amorphous creatures. These creatures are obsessed with dragging other people outside into the sunlight to convert them into more amorphous, anomalous creatures.
Yeah, and so when you join the Roblox game, you pretty much start off in a bunker here. There's weapons of sorts, and you can even put on a hazmat suit as well, but when you climb up the stairs, you're greeted with a skeleton, as well as a note that says, "Stay out of the sun." And yeah, pretty much, when you try to step out into the light, everything's been destroyed, and when you even go out, you start burning up immediately. Again, this is all because of the weird event that occurred with the sun.
Fatality.
Yeah, and again, when you're burning, you don't just die, you turn into this weird looking creature. And what's creepy is that the victims retain their consciousness, but their minds become unstable. These creatures are often calling to the survivors, begging them to let them in or to join them in the sunlight. Yeah, this whole SCP story isn't about containing a creature or an area, it's a story about what happens when containment fails. It's a horrifying story where most of humanity ends up being doomed. around. But now there's one thing I forgot to mention. You see, When Day Breaks isn't the only SCP-001 story. There's actually a ton of SCP-001s. A lot of them about different stories, creatures, containment zones. But the most popular and dangerous SCP story is SCP-001 the SCARLET King. Now, what exactly is the SCARLET King? Well, it's pretty much a cosmic eldritch entity who exists outside of reality, but continuously tries to break into our universe. What is the SCARLET King's goal? Well, to wipe out all of humanity and destroy the universe. Yeah, there's even some Roblox games like the Church of the SCARLET King, which is a place where all of his followers can gather around and praise him, I guess. Kind of demented, not gonna lie. Yeah, there's a story that talks about the 7 brides and the 7 sons of the SCARLET King, and it is said that one day these sons will help destroy all of the world as well. And now, who exactly are those sons? Well, people speculate that SCP-682 is one of these sons, and others even say that SCP-999 is also one of his children. Yeah, it's these sons and these brides that may eventually lead to the SCARLET King being unleashed and one day being able to destroy the world. Yeah, there's even like this game where like you could spawn into the SCARLET King's realm and just kind of like shoot at him. Not really sure what a gun is supposed to do against him, TBH. He's kind of like a cosmic entity, but you know, nice try. No. Yeah, and even in this documentation, it states that the SCARLET King is currently located in several alternate dimensions simultaneously and is unable to enter into the prime dimension. That's ours. But that's not stopping him. He's been repeatedly attempting to enter for many years now. Some people believe that the SCP Foundation may have been formed specifically to stop the SCARLET King. Yeah, and even in the documentation, it details the story about one of the SCP scientists interviewing one of the followers of the SCARLET King. Yet the follower states that the King's coming is inevitable. You might try to do something to stop it, but it won't work. The King will rise from the ashes, and the children won't even have to lift a finger. The doctor says that he doesn't believe him, and the interview ends shortly after. But then the doctor at the end is revealed to also be a follower of the SCARLET King. Honestly, overall, a very spooky and terrifying story, but overall, it just makes the whole SCP Foundation to be extremely fascinating. Anyways, if y'all like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.